Hello everyone. Let us see how to create a text carved out of wood in Photoshop. So let us start. So here I have imported the image of a wooden texture. Now we will just simply type a text. So whatever we want we can type. So we'll just scale up the text. We'll place it exactly at the center of the document. Right. So the next thing we'll do is we will just make the fill of this text layer 0%. So right now the text is completely invisible. Now we will open the layer style dialog box. To open the layer style dialog box, we have to simply double click on the right side of the text layer. And now we have opened the layer style dialog box. And in this dialog box, we first have to start at the top. We first have to select bevel and emboss. So we can already see something happening here. So what we will do is we will reset all the values that are already there and we will put our own values. So here we have the option reset to default. We will just reset all the values. We will start from the scratch. Right. So here on top we can see the style in the structure section. So we will change the inner bevel to outer bevel. So this is the first thing we are supposed to do. Then here we will change the technique to chisel hard. Right. And we can leave the direction to up. We can slightly increase the depth value. We can either increase it to maximum or we can just increase it slightly. The depth is not so important for us, so let's increase it to its maximum value. We can then also just increase the let's not increase the size, but let's keep it to a small value. Okay, 7 is okay. Right. Now let's come down to this shading section. In the shading section, let's turn off the use global light, and also we will change the angle here. So we can see the angle is minus 167. So anything between minus 140 to minus 180 is okay. Right. Then we will come down to this highlight mode, and the highlight mode has a screen as the blending mode. So we will change the screen blending mode to overlay. So we can see a mild change. Right. And multiply, we can keep it to multiply in the shadow, for the shadow mode. Right. And we can also just try to increase the opacity a little bit. Right. For the shadows. Right. Now we are done with the bevel and emboss settings. We will now come down to the inner shadow. So we will just turn on the inner shadow. So we can see. So this is a very important setting. So what we'll do is here we will keep the blend mode for inner shadow as multiply, and we can also just increase the distance here. So we can see we can increase the distance, we can also increase the size. We can already see some change happening. Right. And also we can slightly reduce the choke value. So we can keep it to 14. So the choke is 14, the distance is 26, the size is 68. So we can also put nearby values here. We don't have to necessarily just stick to these values. We can keep values that are close to these values, right? Then the next thing we are supposed to do is we will just turn on this color overlay, right? So again we will reset all the default values for color overlay, and here we will change the blend mode, which is right now normal, and from normal we will change the blend mode to soft light. So we can see here, so we already got some change, and we can also slightly reduce the opacity, right? The next important setting is the gradient overlay. So we'll just turn on this gradient overlay. We'll reset all the values. Just click on this reset to default, and then here we will start with the blend mode. The blend mode is currently normal. We will change the blend mode from normal to multiply, so we can see here. And then the next important setting is gradient. We'll just click on this gradient to open the gradient editor dialog, and in the gradient editor we can see a pure white color here. So we will also add a black color on the left side. So just double click on this left slider and then just apply pure black color to it, right? And we can just increase the white percentage. So we'll just move this center icon to the left so that the white will increase, so there will be more white. So we can see here, and also we can make the black color a little bit grayish, right? So something like this. Okay, this much is okay, right? Now we will just simply click OK, and the next thing we are supposed to do is we will enhance this effect even further. We will take a duplicate of this text layer. So we will hit Ctrl J in PC or Command J in Mac. So we can see here, and then we will just turn off this gradient overlay and also color overlay, right? And we will take one more layer, Ctrl J or Command J, so we can see, and we can just hide the inner shadow in case we think it's too intense, right? So this is a text which is carved out of wood. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please do like, subscribe, share, and if you have anything to say, do comment. See you again.